What's good, you guys? Daniel Cruz here with another episode of Cook with Cruz. I'm going to be breaking down a beat today. Once again, this is another one of my favorites that I've made recently. This is one of those ones where I found a sample on Splice, and the second I heard it, instant inspiration, had to flip it. That's what this beat's going to be on today. Again, this is a fairly simple beat. Going to show you guys exactly what I did to make it sound crazy. Speaking of loops and samples, by the way, producers, go check out Cruise Control Volume 2. I dropped it not too long ago. If you're familiar with the series, I write a lot of my own melodies. I play the keys, been playing them for a while. Filled that pack with a bunch of stuff that I played myself. Everything's completely original. Go check that out if you haven't already. I'll leave the link in the description for you. One of the hardest kits you can get, no lie. I'll even leave a link in the description to a video I did previewing that kit, just in case you don't believe me. Anyways, gonna jump into this beat here using the sample I found. Let's see what it do. I'm gonna go ahead and play the raw file of the sample here for you, just so you can hear what I was working with. So that caught my ear right away. I wanted to flip that. Kinda already knew what I wanted to do with it. So all I really wanted was that first section of the sample there. So I cut that out, and then starting as an intro here, I did the good old gross beat halftime to it. Sounded pretty cool with it. Not every melody I think sounds good just halftiming it, but this one sounded cool as an intro. Transitioning out of our intro here for a transition effect. Rising hit. I use this one all the time if you watch my videos. And now coming out of the intro, gross beat drops out, the half timing, we go back to our regular timing. So this sample is a very strong melody. I'm not going to add anything really to it at this point. Again, I want the focus to be on this sample here. Anything I add right now, I feel was just going to overcrowd it too much. So this is where the drums come in right here. Start off with this rim hit snare. Open hat. Real simple close hat. Percussion fill. And our 808. So now we in business. This is already going crazy. Now I'm just going to continue building up throughout the verse. Again, not too much to overcrowd the beat. Just added some extra drums and a couple little things here. So now we got our first 4 bars of the verse here done. Moving on to the next 4 melodically. This is the same loop here, just pitched an octave down. And to add some more depth there to complement our sample, I pulled up Cigar Box here and Omnisphere. It's a really dope patch, and it harmonized well with our sample here as far as like that ethnic sound to it. And basically I just played some background chords to our sample here to complement it. I just did a video recently on like creative ways to flip samples and loops and stuff. I don't remember if I mentioned, but actually learning the keys and knowing your way up and down them in chords is a big help. I've been playing the keys for a long time now, and just working with samples, I have an ear for what key it's going to be in, and it's fairly easy for me to play along with the sample and complement it. So if you don't know the keys, learn the keys, spend some time every day learning them. It's going to help you a lot if you are a producer. Trust me on this. The creative possibilities of working with samples like this and just making your own melodies will shoot through the roof. You'll have so many ideas. Anyways, let's get back to this beat. and see what I did here. So yeah, there it goes. Real simple chords, and it fits well with our sample here we're working with. And that's it right there melodically. Again, our sample is really strong melodically. I'm not going to add nothing too crazy. As you can see, I really just added chords and not like a counter melody or nothing like that. And now we're going to develop the drums a little bit more now. So we're keeping what we have already. That rim hit snare cuts out. Replace it with the new snare. Another open hat. Kick comes in here. Another hi-hat layer. Snare fill. So now after bar 8 there, we're going back to the original pitch of the sample. That's going to come back up. Do some arranging on a couple things. I drop out the kick in the beginning here, and I introduce a second 808 pattern, which is a little different than what we had at first. Now going through bars 12 through 16 here, and our sample is going to drop down in the pitch again. Now I'm going to add in this exhale loop here. Sounded pretty dope. It's going to sit in the background. Another patch we got here, Fairies Plucked, Harp A, and Omnisphere. Again, this is one of them cinematic movie sounds. I got to have those in here somewhere. And the last thing I add here, Growler Moog bass, one of my favorite bass patches here in Omnisphere. Just a real simple sustaining bass pattern, as this part of the beat serves as more like a pre-hook or the end of the verse, whichever the artist chooses to use it for. Now this is where a hook is going to come in. One of the main thing I add to this part is a vocal sample that plays in the background. Right here is the raw file of it. Basically what I did to that was I chopped it up to get it playing on the parts that I wanted. Pitched it up to the key, and I also added some echo melt and reverb onto it. The only other new thing that I add to it was just a snare roll here in the drums. And that's going to play with everything that I already went over. Our main sample is going to jump back up to the higher octave. All of our drums are going to play, as well as the little strum chords I played. like that, we are done with the beat. As you can see, it was pretty simple, nothing too crazy to it. It's just a sample I found off of Splice. Heard it, couldn't pass it up, did my own thing to it. Let me know what you think in the comments about the beat. I want to hear you guys' feedback on it. And who do you hear on the beat as well? As usual, who should I try to send this out to? Let me know in the comments. As always, I appreciate you watching. If you made it this far into the video, if you thought this beat was dope, please leave me a thumbs up on the video if you can. I'd really appreciate it. If you're new to this series here, this is your first time watching me break down a beat for you, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I do this every single Sunday. I'm breaking down beats and songs, going over all my secrets and everything that I do. Really appreciate your guys' support. Make sure you tune in next week. I'm going to be breaking down another song that I produced. Make sure you're tuned into that so you can see who and what song it is. And that is all for me today. I will see you next week. Peace.